I'm gonna give you 4 key core exercises that you can utilize for distance running, and we're gonna start right now. What's up everybody, it's Dane Miller from GarageStrength.com. If this is your first time to the channel and you're interested in becoming a better athlete, you wanna get more explosive and you wanna dominate your opponents, make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you ring that notification bell so we can help you become a champion. So distance runners love to train core. They love to train, they go in the weight room and they hold dumbbells and they're running back and forth and they think that this is the best way for them to train their core strength and to improve their overall performance. And I think it's important that before we go into these exercises, we have to recognize that it is absolutely imperative for distance runners to improve their core strength, to improve their trunk stability. And I think that that's one misconception, is not just core. We're looking to enhance overall trunk control. If we can improve dynamic trunk control, we're gonna have more efficient strides. We're gonna waste less energy and we're gonna optimize what our energy usage becomes, okay? So when we're trying to enhance our performance, we have to think about, okay, if we're utilizing a core movement, what is it gonna do? How's it gonna transfer over to the track or over to cross country? How's it going to enhance your overall stride? And that's gonna take us into that first key exercise, which is going to be the hanging bicycle raise, okay? So we wanna get up on the bar here, and one of those key factors to try and, we don't wanna be swinging too much when we're doing this. We wanna try and dorsiflex our ankles, and we hold this position. We come up, squeeze at the top with a little hip lock, back up, these are hard, squeeze at the top. We wanna think like pushing our belly button back into somebody behind us, okay? Ooh, and we wanna try and coordinate our abs with our hips. That's a big factor with distance running, in that if we can improve that strength, we can actually enhance our stride length if our abs learn how to work in conjunction with our hip flexion, okay? But the key factor here is to try and squeeze that belly button back while you're hanging and coordinate from a unilateral perspective. You're gonna be training your entire trunk, your entire abs. You can do this twice a week for sets of 30 on each side, and you could do 3 or 4 sets. One of the other major benefits is that it's unloaded, so there's no compression on your back. It's something that if you have a distance runner that is having hip or back pain, they get up on the bar and they're doing hanging bicycle abs. Now, that back pain might be alleviated because their hips are learning how to coordinate more effectively with their trunk. Okay, so this is not the second best exercise, but this is another movement that distance runners love to use for core strength. So they'll sit on a stability ball and they'll go, and they'll do sets of, 30, 35 reps, something like that, but it's not overly effective. Your body can adapt really well to that within a matter of 2 or 3 training sessions. So if I want to try and improve a distance runner's performance, I want to challenge them a little bit. We don't need to ruin them so that they're extremely sore for weeks on end, but we want to try and get some adaptation from their trunk stability. And remember, we're looking for dynamic trunk control. If we can learn how to coordinate our upper body with our trunk, with our hips, now we're gonna be a little bit more effective when we're running. We're looking to do these movements, not to just do those and sit on a stability ball, but to improve our performance. And that's where this exercise comes into play. This is the gorilla walk, okay? So gorilla walk is gonna be where we hold flexion in our hips here. Ooh, and you walk across. Now, ideally, you might have something like furniture sliders or even a towel if you have a linoleum floor. You might even use something like a PVC pipe as well. You can walk on the PVC pipe across. But when we get into this position, especially with this ab mat from Rogue, is that we've got to really, really squeeze in our hips and in our abs. So I'll demonstrate one more time here. Is we want to think about keeping our palms forward with our thumbs pointing towards each other. And when we walk, we want to use those lats a little bit and target the abs. Okay, so we're here. Try and hold that hip flexion. Do that once a week, okay? 4 sets, 15 to 20 meters. That's gonna blow up your abs. You're gonna learn how to have dynamic trunk control, and that is gonna directly improve your performance as a distance runner. Okay, so my next favorite exercise for distance runners to learn how to master dynamic trunk control. That's a key concept here. Bring the concept of dynamic trunk control to the distance world. The whole point of doing core work, of doing trunk work, is to improve our performance. So we have to coordinate our legs, our limbs with our trunk. And this is where the bicycle abs comes into play. So we want to hold almost in a hollow position here where we're pushing that belly button down into the floor. Okay, do a little bicycle. And we want to try and take that knee to the opposite elbow. And then when you come back, try and keep thinking, push the abs down, push the belly button down, push the belly button down. So holding this in that hollow position and holding this overhead is going to help increase that tension inside of the trunk. When we're pushing the belly button down, that's going to help our spine be a little bit more stable, and we're doing a little bit of hip movement when we're doing that bicycle position. Do this twice a week. You can do it once without the kettlebells. You can use dumbbells if you want that second time and go a little bit heavier and really improve that dynamic trunk control. All right, so that next big exercise is going to be a banded side raise in a plank. So we can hold that plank position here, or we can even come down to here and just think about moving with a little bit of external rotation. And the whole point here, let's fix this here, is to hold and prevent rotation of the trunk, okay? So this is an anti-rotation movement. We can either hold that push-up position or get into that plank position. I actually think it's a little bit more challenging in the push-up position. So what that means is start with that plank. And what I like to utilize is our POWERLASTIC strength band. It's available at garagestrength.com. You can click on the link down below. You can pick up your own version of POWERLASTICs here. And what I like to do is when I'm in that plank position, squeezing in through my hips. So I want to feel my feet pushing into the ground nice and tight, so I'm not rotating all over the place. And you're still gonna rotate a little bit. It's a challenging movement. I was rotating slightly, okay? And that's important to understand, is that when a movement is this challenging, ease into it a little bit. Try and start nice and easy, nice and slow, and then build up to it. But that anti-rotation is gonna help you as a distance runner. If you're constantly losing energy side to side to side, that's gonna happen a little bit in distance running, but we wanna minimize that as much as we possibly can. And that's when utilizing the band for an anti-rotation perspective is gonna transfer really, really well out onto the track. And I recommend maybe once a week, you can do this with a dumbbell and you're just passing those dumbbells through. And then the second time in the week, you use a band, and that's gonna create even greater proprioception for your trunk to become a little bit more coordinated. So if you need help with training, you can click on the link down below. You can head over to garagestrength.com and you can pick up a custom strength training program that we'll put together to help you with your distance running. If you want an ab workout, click on the link down below, pick up our Ab Slaughterfest program. It's gonna help you slaughter your abs, get stronger, and carry over that trunk stability directly to your performance. If you want more content around distance running, click on this card right here. Until next time, guys, peace.